Hey there, thinkers! Welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is Est, and we need to talk about Velma Season 3. Nobody liked the first season. I don't know how they got a second, but somehow they managed to get a third season. So let's get into this, shall we? You know, Hollywood never fails to disappoint me. Velma is just another shining example of their terrible storytelling. It's like a bad penny that keeps churning up for some reason, and every time I think I'm finally free of its toxic grasp, they keep dragging me back in for yet another round of disappointment. And well, despite everyone hoping that Velma would disappear into oblivion after its disastrous first season, it's back from the dead, just like a relentless zombie, with terrible reviews, plummeting ratings, and an overall reception colder than the Arctic. You'd think that they get the hint, but no. Here we are, bracing ourselves for yet an even more excruciating third season. It's like they're trying to set a new record for how low they can sink. Even the greats like Jerry Seinfeld are shaking their heads, wondering where all the good shows have gone. As Seinfeld puts it,
nothing really affects comedy. People always need it. They need it so badly, and they don't get it. It used to be you would go home at the end of the day, most people would go, oh, Cheers is on, oh, MASH is on, oh, Mary Tyler Moore is on, All in the Family's on. You just expected, there'll be some funny stuff we can watch on TV tonight. Well, guess what? Where is it? This is the result of the extreme left and PC crap and people worrying so much about offending other people. Mm-hmm. When you write a script and it goes into 4 or 5 different hands, committees, groups, here's our thought about this joke, well, that's the end of your comedy.
Even Brian Cox from Succession agrees, calling the whole woke culture truly awful on live TV.
And the whole woke, well, we've talked about this before, the whole woke culture, I think, is truly awful.
See, why won't Hollywood just listen? Even with legends like Jerry Seinfeld and Brian Cox shouting from the rooftops about the absolute garbage Hollywood keeps turning out, they won't even change course. One has to wonder, why the stubbornness? Why won't they just heed the audience's cries for something decent? It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, except Hollywood's the one driving the train and they refuse to hit the brakes. Yes, well, there are plenty of smarty pants out there dissecting Hollywood's every move online. There's one point that seems to have slipped through the cracks. Location, location, location. These days, all the decent movies aren't even made in LA anymore. No, Godzilla Minus One had to go all the way to Japan. Dune was shot in Dubai and Jordan, and even indie flicks like Poor Things ended up in Budapest, Hungary. Meanwhile, the trash that we all love to hate, well, that's being turned out right here in good old LA, under the ever-watchful eye of Hollywood's studio system. You know, where they give birth to gems like Velma and all other dribble from Star Wars, Marvel, and Disney. Oh, the Hollywood bubble, where egos are inflated and common sense goes to die. Take Dune, for example. Sure, it's a Hollywood production, but the mere fact that they had the good common sense to film it outside of the US, far away from the LA echo chamber, probably saved it from being yet another train wreck. And let's face it, LA is a tiny little bubble where Hollywood bigwigs get their ego stroked 24/7. They are constantly being told how amazing they are, even when the reviews are trash. The audience hates it. The entire internet is screaming that their story sucks. However, why listen to the haters when you are just so darn special, right? Well, welcome to the land of make-believe, where everyone's trying to climb the ladder to become the next Hollywood millionaire. In LA, it's all about kissing up to the big shots, because who wouldn't want to profit off a bunch of other millionaires, right? So of course, no one has the guts to tell them that they've screwed up. No, it's all sunshines and rainbows, because who wants to risk damaging those oh-so-important relationships? When you're surrounded by yes men 24/7, your art is bound to be utter garbage. Now, thanks to that said magical bubble of Hollywood, we're getting blessed with Velma Season 3, along with other gems like Rebel Moon Part 2 and The Lion King prequel. Because, you know, why listen to reason when you can just keep living in denial? Despite flopping harder than a fish out of water and failing every metric imaginable, the Hollywood bubble keeps patting itself on the back, telling them that they're amazing and just ignore those haters. Yep, let's just double down on that same terrible path. Brilliant strategy, guys. Well, I guess it's time to say goodbye to the good old Hollywood studio system, the one that used to turn out quality stuff. before it got swallowed up by its own ego. It's a real shame because, let's face it, they used to make some killer projects that we all adored. But now, that bubble has burst. They are so out of touch, they might as well be on a different planet. They've lost their reception, their clue. Heck, even they've lost touch with reality itself. Talk about living in La La Land. Well, here's a thought. Maybe it's time for Hollywood to get with the times and ditch its LA-centric mindset. Let's face it, that bubble is suffocating the life out of modern entertainment, and it's high time to cut the cord between cinema and Hollywood zip code. Why not turn it into a global industry? Spread those major studio bases around a bit? It's like the only way that they're ever going to escape that toxic bubble that they trapped themselves in. For sure, keep a few studios in LA, film a few things there, why not? But seriously, why are we still pretending that entertainment has to be tied to one city? Talk about living in the past. It's time to break that monopoly and spread the love around a bit. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. I mean, there are plenty of other factors to play here, as I've mentioned before, and as every Tom, Dick, and Harry has probably mentioned too. I just wanted to spice things up a bit and avoid repeating the same old song and dance. However, that's all I've got for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, before you go, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. As always, this is Est, and I'm signing off now. So I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!